The videos are hard to watch, spreading across social media like wildfire, each clip a testament to a city on edge. A mob of teenagers storms a luxury retailer on the Magnificent Mile, grabbing armfuls of designer bags. Security guards stand by, overwhelmed. The scene is chaotic and over in minutes, leaving shattered glass and empty shelves. These incidents are becoming a grim feature of life in Chicago, happening in broad daylight. Another video shows a convenience store owner helplessly watching as his shop is looted. The thieves show no fear, not even bothering to hide their faces. This boldness suggests a breakdown in the social contract. For many, these videos confirm fears of lawlessness. People feel abandoned by leaders and unprotected by systems meant to keep them safe. The brazenness of criminals feels like a direct challenge to authority. Residents ask, who is in charge here? This isn't just about stolen goods, it's about a stolen sense of security. Parents worry about letting their children walk to school. Business owners lock their doors earlier, fearing they will be the next target. The constant barrage of bad news creates a climate of fear, forcing people into perpetual vigilance. The viral videos are more than digital content. They are a live feed of a city's confidence eroding. The question is no longer if something will be done, but what, and by whom. President Donald Trump sees these videos as an opportunity. He has built a career on the promise of law and order, pointing to Chicago as Exhibit A. Look at what's happening in Chicago, he declares, promising a swift response. His message: current leadership has failed, and he is the only one strong enough to fix it. Trump vows to bring back safety using any means necessary. Sanctuary cities are at the top of his list, arguing they have become magnets for crime. He connects lax immigration policies to the chaos on the streets. His solution is a federal crackdown, promising to withhold funding and increase immigration raids. He frames this as a national security issue. His supporters cheer, tired of political correctness and weak excuses. Trump's tough talk resonates with frustration, promising to bypass local politicians. He speaks of federal power asserting itself to protect citizens. It's a powerful message for those who feel ignored. Trump points to past actions as a blueprint, framing intervention as a successful mission. We did it once and we'll do it again, he proclaims. For Trump, the issue is simple, a matter of will. He believes a strong show of force is the only language criminals understand. His vision is one of federal intervention to restore order. Trump's plan to send federal troops into Chicago sets up a constitutional showdown. It's a clash between federal power and local control. From the White House, Chicago's crime is a national disgrace. Trump argues the federal government must intervene when a city fails to protect its citizens. Chicago's leaders see this differently, viewing federal troops as a hostile takeover. They argue public safety is a local responsibility, with their own police force and strategies. They see Trump's proposal as a political stunt to undermine their authority. The disagreement is rooted in different philosophies of governance. Trump's approach is centralized, believing in federal power to impose order. Local leaders champion a bottom-up approach, focusing on root causes of crime. They advocate for investment in social programs and smarter policing. Federal troops, they argue, would alienate communities and make restoring order harder. The debate is a direct challenge to the idea of local problem-solving. The consequences of Chicago's crime wave are not abstract. Major retailers are pulling out, citing financial underperformance due to organized theft. When corporations leave, it sends a chilling message. This area is not viable for business. These closures create retail deserts, depriving residents of fresh food and local jobs. The impact is devastating, especially in lower-income communities. Empty buildings become symbols of neglect, contributing to a cycle of decline. Small business owners are terrified, lacking resources to absorb losses from theft. Many have reduced hours or invested in expensive security systems. Others are closing their businesses, unable to bear the risk. Each closure is a personal tragedy and a community loss. The fear extends beyond financial loss to personal safety. Employees are scared to work, delivery drivers hesitate to enter neighborhoods. Tourism, vital to Chicago's economy, is at risk. Viral crime videos deter visitors and investment. The economic toll of crime is a vicious cycle. Crime drives away business, leading to job losses and more crime. The perception of Chicago as dangerous, whether fair or not, can deter conventions and investment. The city must break this cycle to restore economic vitality. The debate in Chicago centers on the criminal justice system. Critics argue soft on-crime policies create a revolving door system. They say prosecutors decline charges for certain offenses, and judges release defendants on low bail. This sends a message. there are no real consequences for actions. Police express frustration, feeling their work is undermined. Supporters of reforms argue for a more just system, focusing on serious crimes. They contend cash bail punishes the poor, and prisons are overcrowded. The debate is polarized: accountability versus reform. Residents want safety regardless of legal philosophy. In the fight over Chicago's future, numbers have become weapons. City officials release statistics showing progress, asking for patience. However, many residents distrust these numbers, citing anecdotal evidence of worsening conditions. They suspect crimes are reclassified to make statistics look better. Unreported crimes create a dark figure of crime that official statistics miss. This gap between data and reality creates cynicism. The battle over statistics is about controlling the narrative. Public belief in official data supports current leadership. Disbelief opens the door to radical solutions. Trump and his supporters dismiss official statistics as fake news. In this information war, objective truth becomes a casualty. People must decide which version of reality to believe. The prospect of federal troops in Chicago splits the city. Some residents welcome the idea, desperate for a solution. They see federal forces as neutral, bypassing local politics to restore order. For them, it's about survival, not politics. They live in neighborhoods most affected by violence, tired of gunshots and worry. Others view federal intervention as terrifying, fearing escalation and loss of civil liberties. They argue problems are social and economic, not military. Opponents see Trump's proposal as a dangerous power grab. They warn it sets a precedent for federal overreach. The debate is about choosing between safety and civil liberties. The city must find a solution that balances both. The path forward will define Chicago's future and its relationship with the federal government. Today, Chicago stands at a critical juncture. The city faces a crime problem that feels out of control. The demand for order grows louder, with people wanting safety and consequences for crime. On the other hand, federal intervention raises questions about power balance and military roles. The city must choose between two paths: local solutions or federal intervention. If local leaders can't regain control, calls for federal help will grow. Public patience is wearing thin, and political pressure may become overwhelming. Chicago's future may be decided in the court of public opinion. The city must confront its crime problem effectively and justly. It must restore faith in the justice system and rebuild community trust. Success means solving problems without military intervention. Failure could lead to a new era of federal power. The path Chicago chooses will redefine its destiny and its relationship with the national government. The decision will impact not just Chicago, but cities across the nation. The stakes are high, and the time for action is now.